Hello, we're back again. Today I will talk about free will. That's the free will to do what you want, basically, in this world. You can either choose to go down the good path, or take the easy way out of stuff, which normally ends up in the bad path, means going some wrong way. But God gives us free will to do what we want. But at the same time, that really defines what type of person you are. My first scripture is Proverbs 16:9. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. That says right there, the heart of man plans his way, meaning, yes, we make our own plans. Honestly, anyone is capable of making a plan and going through with it. But the Lord establishes our steps. We take the natural order of life, if you want to put it. The Lord controls life. God controls life. So yes, He orders the steps. We can make the plans, but we all know that anything could come up wrong. Any plan can be broken because of life events. And if you didn't know, if you refuse to put a meaning to that, no, that's God. So no, we can make the plans all we want, but yes, He's the order the steps, guide our way. And if those plans are in any way negative or sinning, I guarantee you that the steps that follow is not going to be good. Free will is a responsibility, plain and simple. Like, here, we have the choice to do anything we want, but it really tells what type of person you are by the choices you make. Proverbs 16:1 says, the plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Again, says the same thing. But God respects our plans. That's the thing that this says too. The plans of the heart belong to us. God is saying that, which says He respects our plans. But, the greater option is from the Lord. Does He knows the right way. And it doesn't matter if you think you know the right way. God does. So even if we might be mistaken, or we might let our greed or anything make us think a certain way is right, it's a reason if it don't happen. That's the thing. If you plan something and it doesn't happen, it's a reason. Like if you set all your plans up and then something comes in the way where it doesn't happen, there's a reason. Galatians 5:13 says, "For you were called to freedom, brothers. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another." For we were called to freedom. He freed us by dying on the cross. Now, not to like say, oh, we all get automatically getting into heaven, but no, he freed us from damnation because of what our family did, what we did. He 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 gave us life because at the end of the day, listen, there's at least a couple of times in the Bible where he destroyed either the world or a city. So, listen, we will all be damned if he haven't died on the cross for us. Right? So, I mean, I guess it was also his last hope that he died for us, hoping that, yes, we would change. We would follow the path of love instead of hate. Like, the rest is up to you. Galatians 5:1 says, "For freedom Christ set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to a yoke of slavery." Again, he set us free. But, I mean, it's our choice if we want to go backwards or forward. And, I mean, slavery. He delivered us from slavery, even literally. Back in the day, our ancestors, he delivered us from slavery. Why will you go back to letting people control you? And honestly, yes, that's the world. No matter whether you honestly working at a job or whether you on the streets selling something, you're working for somebody. You're slaving. Honestly, and I mean, the best option nowadays, of course, work, but honest work. Because the world, yeah, people is just trying to control you out there. So what are they trying to do? You have to walk your own path. You really do. Because honestly, world slavery, yeah, slavery is, that's why y'all gotta think that slavery is still out here. It's just in a lesser form. That's it. And if you let yourself be slaved, you will. You just gotta figure out, are you letting yourself be slaved in any type of way right now? Or are you your own person about love? John 3 John 8:34 says, Jesus answered them, "Truly, truly I say to you, everyone who practices sin is a slave to sin." I say unto you, everyone who practices sin is a slave to sin. I had to read that again. For me and for you. that means if honestly any sin, if you're practicing it, you're a slave because that means you have to do it every day. It doesn't matter if you selling drugs, if you sleeping with different females every night, like you have a habit of cheating, lying. Yes, you're a slave to that. That means every day you have to do that. And yeah, it's all that's what I said. It's all about thinking about yeah stuff and really taking the time to think about it and not just throwing yourself into it. Just I mean, a lot of us is at fault of rushing into stuff and not yeah and waiting until it's too late and then we find out yeah it's bad. And you have to think about everything else evolved. So did sin. I mean slavery. Think about it. Just like back in the day we didn't have the buildings like the type we have now and stuff. When there was slavery I'm talking about. And we didn't have technology. We didn't have the flat screen TVs. Just like everything evolved. What you think happened to slavery? Cause I mean I'm pretty sure y'all can admit with me that it didn't go nowhere, but it evolved. Alright, they put down the whips. Like, honestly, you can't own nobody no more. So they had to think of a more manipulative way to, yeah, do that. Like, and you ask yourself, yeah, who thinks they own you? John 3:6 says, that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. We are all born of flesh. But in the mythological sense, that's why we get baptized and we get born of the spirit. Because we have to. We all been born of the flesh. That means we all has sin in our hearts, in the minds. But that's why you renew it in the flesh, in the spirit. And that's why people get baptized. But after they, you know, God changed their hearts, their minds. After you went through a spiritual transformation, I would say. And again, honestly, you will have to scare yourself on the whole religion aspect if you're not like that. No, but just think about love. Changing the word religion for love. Changing the word God for love. Until you know, you, you start to realize that it is God, but love. Just have love in your hearts. Like just free will. And everybody, including me, struggle with that every day because, yeah, free will means you can do everything, especially if you have money. If you have money, it's a lot more harder because, yeah, you do anything you want. Like go anywhere you want. But the mature thing, yeah, is what you choose. And that's it. if you go out and show up at your place in the world, if you want to create a solid foundation, please download and find a Bible app. Or if you're not scared, just visit a church in your area. It doesn't cost anything to have God in your life. Thank you for watching, and you have a good day.